I think we have a problem. So last week's video was kind of an introspective on trying to find the joy in what is a sometimes less than joyful experience being on my own here. And it got me thinking about like living alone and like the little idiosyncrasies I've noticed about myself in this chapter, because I've never lived alone before and I've never had this much control over like exactly what I do day to day. I do some weird stuff. Like, I don't know, these weird habits I've developed without really noticing, and upon reflection, I have come to the realization that I think I'm becoming my dad. I started making a list of these kind of weird habits that I have that, I don't know, I didn't really have before, or that at least didn't really show themselves before, or maybe I just didn't notice them before. I don't know. I have way too much time to think here. The point is, upon reading through my list, like I have a list, it's right here. Upon reading through this list, I'm like, oh no. A lot of these habits are things my dad does. And let me be clear, I love my dad. He is a kind, wonderful man of character, okay? Let it not get twisted. He has many positive traits, which I would like to think I also embody some of those positive traits. But this list, these are the less than positive traits. The thing that really kicked off this whole video, this whole line of thinking, this whole realization are all these goddamn containers. Now this one is the most unsettling. We're starting off on a high note because this is something that drove me crazy about living at home. Drove me insane. My dad hoards containers, specifically Chinese food takeout containers, but also like the large size soda cups from McDonald's or Subway. Jars, they're useful. I mean, I have those too. And they're useful. Look, I'm using them. I take them to the bulk food store and holy crap, look at me justifying this habit because I also brought this. I'm so mad about this one. And it all started with, the jars. Jars is normal. Jars is okay. But with the plastic containers, it all started with this yogurt container. Because I realized I could take off the wrapper and it's a clear top. And I was like, oh, it's like a perfectly normal looking container that I could use for, specifically, I meal prep and like leftovers. And I have Pyrex, nice glass Pyrex. But this is what I've started using. And then it's just spiraled out of control and now I don't throw, what am I gonna do with this tiny little sour cream container? I don't know, but I have it. I've got Cool Whip. Like, I'm really still trying to come to terms with this particular one. So I'm just gonna, let's go to the next one. Road rage. I road rage hard here. And people who have driven with me in the past might argue that I've always road raged, but I don't know, now I just notice it because timeliness is an important factor and getting on base, and some people here just drive so slow because people are old. I just verbalize that like crazy. It is not Christian. It is not Christian, Sabrina. I need to improve that. But my dad is the biggest road rager I've ever seen in my life. And obviously I learned it from him. And you know what? The issue is that I know I'm not going to change because I entertain myself with my road raging. Because I see some funny stuff. I don't race people, but there's a dialogue and it is external, and it can get violent. It's definitely angry, and sometimes it's violent. So that's number 2. Number 3, sending media recommendations that nobody wants or needs. Now that I'm here and I'm alone, like, I read a lot more, I listen to a lot more podcasts, and I just be sending them to everybody. You should listen to this. Oh, you should watch this. Blah, blah, blah. Like, let's discuss it. A small amount of that, I think, is a normal, healthy thing to do. But I be sending everything. And this is something that my dad does that also, like, I have found annoying in the past. He's always like, read this book. Here's a 2-hour-long video about this current event that you should watch. I'm like, Dad, nobody has time to watch this 2-hour-long video about this current event. But guess what? Who be sending 3-hour-long podcasts and like 600-page book recommendations to people who I know don't have time to invest in those things right now? Honestly, verbalizing this is just making me even more upset about this whole situation. Number 4, I can't stand people. I don't want to see them. I don't want to be bothered by them. I don't want to know that they exist. I certainly don't want to interact with them. Now, this has always been a little bit true for me. Like, I'm an introvert. I can interact with others, and I do get joy out of hanging out with my friends, and I do need that for like the social battery boost or whatever, or like the internal whatever trendy phrase we use to describe the feeling that we get when we hang out with people that we enjoy. So, you know, I don't hate everybody, but like most people, I just don't want to interact with. And for some reason, here, people just want to talk. Like, people that live around me just want to be friends. I don't want to be friends. It's not that I feel like a bad person saying this, but I learned it from the best, okay? My dad hates people. Can't stand them. Why are you talking to me? Why are you looking at me? Maybe it's just a New England thing. We're down here in the desert, and maybe people get lonely because all there is sand for miles. I mean, not here, but like, you know, the mindset is sparseness, so maybe people like feel like they need to band together more, you know, to survive in this harsh climate. But like, I'm good on all that. You don't want to talk to me, trust me. Yeah, hate everybody now. Just hate them all. Thanks, Dad. On a lighter note, another thing that I do now, why am I saying this on the internet? Another thing that I do now is take off my pants as soon as I walk through the door. And if you think I'm lying, there's my pants from when I took them off yesterday, as soon as I walked in the door. Oh, I've messed up the framing now, haven't I? Could be good, could be bad. I don't know. I filmed this on an iPhone, so. Yeah, this is a big one that drives my mom crazy that my dad does. Just boom, pants off. And they get left wherever they've been taken off, which is usually like within 10 steps of the door. And who am I but a carbon damn copy? Because there they are. There they are. I just can't be wearing pants once I get in here. Like, it's hot here. It's very hot. Those pants gotta come off, okay? It's an instant requirement. Ooh, here's a toxic one. I actually had to write this out because it's very specific. So let me read it to you. This new trait is that when others aren't outwardly thrilled to see or hear from me, like right away, because like they're going through something, they're having a bad day or whatever, I will instantly become poutier than they have exhibited at all, or even could exhibit, probably. And now I'm the one who has to be comforted. The person who's going through something now has to comfort me. Because I'm just like, is my presence not thrilling enough for you? Is my mere voice not the most joy you've ever experienced? This is literally like when my dad calls me and maybe I'm in the middle of a task or I'm stressed about something that comes through, and it's not just like, oh my god, hey dad, like, oh, I'm so excited to talk to you. If that's not the reaction, it's kind of just like, what's wrong? Like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just call you later. Like, obviously you can't talk right now. And I have to like put away whatever it is that I'm going through. I'm like, no dad, like, I'm really happy you called. I love you too, I miss you. Like, what's up, why'd you call? And then usually he's giving me some media recommendation. Oh my god, I do this to my husband all the time now. I do that, especially to my husband, who, like, he's also going through training. He's stressed, he's about to be moving across the country, he's got things going on, but like, when he talks to me, he better be excited, or guess what? I'm gonna throw a fit. Not a fit, but I will need to be consoled and reassured that it's not that he doesn't love me anymore. He just actually has things going on. Okay, we'll round it out on this one. This is not necessarily new, but I thought I had kind of gotten past this, and moving here has taught me that I have in fact not gotten past it. And it is that I am a pizza snob, big time. Let me establish some context for you. I'm from the Northeast, okay? I'm from Connecticut, right next door to New York City pizza. If you're in the know, you'll also be aware that within Connecticut, New Haven pizza is an adequate, if not winning rival to New York City pizza. Pepe's, Sally's, Modern, Bar. Let me put it this way. If you're familiar with Barstool, El Presidente, right? One of his top favorite pizza places is Sally's in New Haven, which coincidentally is my favorite pizza place. Taste.
That's a real deal, Frankie. And I'm very close to declaring New Haven pizza capital of the world. A beats like this. You say, I just learned it, but you say it like this. A beats. A beats. A with the pizza. Frankie, show him. That's what a 9.2 looks like. A beats.
The love of pizza that I have was directly instilled in me by my dad. We've done pizza taste tests. We've compared slices from the best restaurants, and that's how I know that Sally's is my favorite, because I have done rigorous testing. As a result, being raised with like this very particular palate for pizza, you know, New York style, brick oven, charred crust, thin, high quality ingredients. These are my requirements for pizza. And so it's not that I can't eat other kinds of pizza, but like, I'm not interested in it at all. To the point where I'm a bit of a snob. And I thought I had gotten over this like in college. We had Papa John's. I had never had Papa John's or Domino's or anything like that until I got to college. And then, you know, you get college discounts and like they're right there and they're open late. So, okay, I've had a bit of junk pizza in my day is the point of that. And so I thought that I had moved like past this and I could just enjoy pizza for what it is, which is bread, cheese, and sauce. But when I came here, I instantly felt very wary about pizza again. The first week I was here, I looked up like the highest rated pizza place and I got a pizza from there, and holy crap was that disappointing. And that was the best of the best, according to the internet, that I can access here. And yeah, there's Papa John's, but like, I don't know. I've gotten into this place where I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till I move back to the Northeast to have pizza. So I have not had pizza since then. And I love pizza. Pizza snob. Like if my husband lived with me, we'd probably have Papa John's every now and then, because he's a normal person and he can eat normal pizza. Not me. I can't do it. And that is 100% my dad. And now I am him. Oh, I'm hitting containers. Let's wrap this thing up. I'm sure there are a myriad other traits that I just can't think of, or I'm not self-aware enough to notice. I'm sure if we asked my sister, she would have plenty of additional ways in which my father and I are the same person. But I think I've spoken enough and revealed enough about both my dad and myself now. Dad, I'm sorry. You have been exposed by me exposing myself, because we are the same, and I adore you very much. You are the best dad of all time. Frankly, it's an honor to be so much like you. The containers thing though, I might try to fix this. I can't keep doing it is the problem, because there's a fine line between usefulness and then you're just a hoarder, and I can't become a hoarder of sour cream and cottage cheese containers. I don't have room for that. Emotionally, physically, there's no room for that. So that one I'm gonna try to fix. These other ones, I'm probably gonna keep doing. In honor of you, Dad. Love ya.